The Ministry of Health is continuing to be successful in its prevention education campaign against the Zika virus. In new developments, however, health officials are reporting a noticeable trend. Carla Palmer explains.
To date, there's been no confirmed cases of the Zika virus here in the Bahamas. However, Chief Medical Officer at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Glenn Benaby, confirms they are closely monitoring two communities here in New Providence, where residents are reporting increased cases of mosquito bites. These areas have been identified as Carmichael Road and the Claridge Road areas.
Persons from those areas would go to doctors in the public clinic as well as the private clinic. And based on the fact that they are reporting more cases of being bitten by mosquitoes, it gives you a clear indication that there are more mosquitoes breeding or biting persons in those areas. But it does not mean that there's any disease associated with it. It just means that the potential of the option or the opportunity is there.
Dr. Benaby says they are monitoring some of the family islands as well, although he could not recall exactly which island settlements. Nevertheless, he says the response of fogging by the Environmental Health Department remains the same across the country.
Only this morning, Mr. Thompson said to me that they have increased the number of equipment and that they are sending in teams in the areas where there have been noted an increase in the number of mosquito bites.
With 15 cases already recorded in Florida and summer being a peak travel period for Bahamians abroad, Dr. Benaby, in addition to advising caution, says the Ministry of Health has also increased its surveillance at major ports of entry into the Bahamas.
Recently, we had Bahamians returning from Panama. And Panama is an area where you have to pay attention because it is listed for yellow fever. And so when Bahamians travel, you come back, you need to be under surveillance or monitoring if you come from an area where there are public health cases ongoing. Based on their symptoms. They may have fever, they may have runny cold, they may, runny nose.
Dr. Benaby adds health officials will remain extra vigilant in its attempt to prevent the Zika virus from taking hold here in the Bahamas.
By fogging, by proper clothing, by practicing safe measures to stay where we are now with no positive cases. But you and I know that the reality is this is an evolving process, and with time we will not be overly surprised that we will not have a case.
Carla Palmer, ZNS Network News.